Alright, let's get going. Let's see, what were we doing last time while we were waiting for the station to build? I honestly don't remember what I was doing besides waiting for that station to build. And of course, defending our space. Probably should take the destroyer out and see what happens if we poke the bear. Hello, Grandpa Dial. Should probably take the destroyer out and see what happens if we poke the bear, aka fire at the CAC station that's in our system, because that has to go sooner or later. The CAC are becoming a problem. Problem is, I'm not sure if I want to do that before the station's finished. I guess it is finished enough that it's unlikely that a single K would be able to destroy it before I got back to defend it. I don't know. Currently, the thing that's holding the station up is lack of energy cells, which is just a matter of enough time. Probably wouldn't hurt to add more energy cells to the bootstrapping station. Problem is, I don't want to have an absolutely massive number of energy cells and never get used for anything. Alright, which ship are we in? The wheelbarrow. Okay, good. And yeah, okay, we're right beside the station here. First bridge has been completed, the second bridge is being worked on. The guns have not been installed on the first bridge yet. And Xenon are still being annoying as always. Not that it's going to get them much of anywhere. Alright, you need to go away and stop being a problem. You guys that stay in your own system, I'd leave you alone at least a little bit. Alrighty, and boom. Engage suck, collect loot. We should probably go park this, take the destroyer out. Where's the destroyer parked anyway? Right over there.
Container.
Wow. It's really too bad that this is a medium ship and I can't just dock aboard the destroyer for this. But I am going to leave this ship here near the gate. This should be far enough away that it'll be left alone.
Jump gate. Arca's Cascade.
Yeah. We'll leave it here. I think we're upside down. There.
Thank you.
Katana.
If something emergency is happening at the gate, we can teleport over and rejoin. Meanwhile, let's go back over to the Swan Song. And let's go see about that CAC station. Now I think we should be able to deal with it. It will spawn
Dock installation.
a bunch of ships to defend itself. But hopefully we have enough oomph to take care of that problem. We will have to see. I'm going to guess that it won't spawn nearly as many as, say, the main central one or whatever. But anyway, they keep spawning right in the middle of this system, and we can't have that. They must be stopped. Yeah, you can just barely see it. If I didn't know it was there, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. Well, I probably wouldn't notice it from here anyway. Ugh. Of course, I didn't find it from... Yeah, here it's more visually obvious.
Volo mineral.
What is a PIO miner? A PIO miner, of all things, doing out here? PIO is like on the opposite side of the universe. Oh, whatever. I guess. Okay, we're gonna want to kill the drives about, I don't know, between 12 and 15k. Yeah, that's probably a bit far. Anyway. Get a little closer. Not sure what the range is on the station guns here. Let's see. Not sure what scanner range is, and I'm not gonna find out either. We're gonna stay far enough away so that my turrets can happily shoot at whatever is attacking us. Okay, I'm taking about 6% off, it looks like. Our shields are holding up just fine. Hello, Dread. You've totally lost track of time? Well, I kind of lost track of time too, otherwise I would have got started earlier. Thought it was closer to 7 your time and it's only 5. Yeah. That's the worst kind of lose track of time. Yeah, the shields are still holding up just fine. Something's blowing up. Okay, so these are definitely not all one giant single piece. It looks like we're still within range though, so. Okay, let's check our guns. Okay. They don't appear to be doing any appreciable damage to anything. Oh, nope. Aim here. Where am I shooting at? A CAC installation. It's the one in Family Zen that's spawning the annoyances. So I'm getting rid of it. Discovered it near the end of last stream. And I'm going to solve our CAC problem, at least temporarily. I like the sounds their weapons make. I'd really kind of like to have access to those weapons just for the weird of it. Stupid shapeships attacking our miners. Yep. They must stop, or be stopped. And they have chosen not to stop, so be stopped it is. Hello? Did I accidentally hit a thing that turns the UI off? Yes, I did. Okay. What is the button for that again? I think it's under general. Let's see. There's a toggle HUD around here somewhere. Oh, where's that? There it is. Shift H. How'd I hit that? No? Okay, well, it's back anyway. Yeah.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, what are we? 80%? Okay, we're doing pretty well then. We just need to wait until, well, eventually it blows up. They sent out less defenders than I really expected, to be honest, but that's okay. I have no complaints. Just need to wait for the guns to cool. I can't wait till I can afford. Can't wait till I can afford max level gun upgrades. Because you already wiped out a bunch protecting your miners? Maybe. I've never actually attacked one of these installations before, so I don't really know what to expect. And this is apparently just like a satellite installation, because there's the main hive or a hive of some sort over here. That's only like 2 jumps away. I don't know if that'll still send enemies or not. I'm hoping that by destroying this one, they'll stop sending them to this system at least, but we'll see. I don't really know how these guys operate.
Forager.
Got him. That was definitely a waste of main gun, but oh well.
Cog installation.
Nobody ever said everything had to be efficient. He brought it on himself for flying right in front of you. That was pretty much my thought. Like, what do you think you're doing? Get away from me. You flew where I could hit you. And so now you must die. Yeah, there's some of the little bastards. Well, run, miner, run, because I can't exactly come help you.
Thanks for your help.
240,000. I guess we're getting paid for our turrets destroying these things. And we're getting a little bit of loot too. Oh, we're almost halfway done. These guns overheat way too fast. I'm too used to them with maximum upgrades. I think you're making money. How much do we actually have? 9 million? Okay. Not amazing, but it's money.
Thank you.
Which reminds me, I need to go visit the Terrans and buy the blueprints for the medium shields, which were pretty close to 8 million, I think, for the Mark III medium shield. We're gonna need those for ships eventually anyway. And in the meantime, we can use them for stations. I just need to have patience and wait for the guns to cool. And there. I think we've got most of the pesky little guys away done now. Oh. How is it only Tuesday? Okay. Down to 45%. Oh, make that 44.
Thank you.
Here's another 60,000. Must have destroyed something. I think it's 30,000 for a small class ship and 60,000 for a medium. And I'm not sure what a large versus extra large is. I think a K is considered an extra large, and that's worth 600K, but I'm not sure if it's the same for all classes for that size. Pinwheel of Xenon Doom in Sector Families and under attack. Oh. By who? By a K. Alright. Okay, I'm sorry, but we have prior engagements. I need to leave now.
Hive Guard.
Also, Mr. Hiveguard, you need to go away. It was fun, but I have places I need to be now. Okay, I think that's the pinwheel. Yeah, it's surrounded by a whole bunch of laser towers, so it better be the pinwheel. Okay, hopefully we get there in time. Because if we don't, I'm going to be very displeased. Oh, it's right over top of the pinwheel. That's going to go very bad. At least it didn't destroy the construction ship this time.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, let's pitch down a little bit. Like that. Okay, see if we can get rotated a little bit more, aligned with the plane. We're just gonna charge right in and blow this thing up.
K.
Ideally want to be above it. So actually, like, that's probably a better idea. Please don't do much damage to the pinwheel. Please don't do much damage to the pinwheel. Or I'll have to be really pissed at you. I mean, I'm kind of pissed at you already, but even more pissed than normal. Oh, it's definitely kicking the shit out of something. Okay, we're going to drop out at about now. See if you can focus some fire on the guns.
Explosion imminent.
You just blew something up. I think it might have been the construction ship. The pinwheel of... What? You bastard. Okay. We're going to reload. Because it takes 4 flippin' ever for those stations to... Well, for one thing, I put a lot of resources into that station. It's probably the most expensive thing I own at the moment. But more importantly, it takes a ton of time for those things to decay, and you can't just rebuild over top of it. And I need a station there quickly. So, I'm not afraid to be a save scum. And so that's exactly what we're doing. Hello, Drake. Yeah. I'm not impressed by the Ks. You know, Xeon ships are kind of weird. Oh, it's going pretty well while my stuff's not blowing up. Xenon ships are kind of weird. They are both very weak and very powerful. They have weapons that do way more damage than everybody else's weapons do. Like insanely more. You go look them up in the encyclopedia, it's like 4 or 5 times more than every other ship's guns. Except maybe the Asgard, I don't know. The Asgard did a lot of damage. So that probably doesn't really count. But anyway, that's beside the point. They do a ton of damage more than pretty much everybody else's guns do. However, they're also shorter range than pretty much everybody else's guns. So, a player ship versus a Xenon, assuming that the ship is roughly the same speed or faster, basically assuming you have at least a slight maneuverability edge, or that you can basically not let it run you over, which isn't too hard for player ships because Xenon are kind of slow. Okay, can you see that K yet? Okay, the K isn't even on the map yet. So, oh, decisions. If I take the destroyer away from here to go deal with this before this station is operational and capable of taking on a K by itself, which I'm hoping happens soon, but I'm not actually sure if it'll ever be able to because it doesn't really have like the long range plasmas and stuff that it needs to have. But if I take the destroyer away, if anything happens while we're gone, we can't get back in time. I can.
Granted.
I don't want to dock. I can take the wheelbarrow.
Docking aborted.
But if I do that, it's going to take a year. We weren't arguing with you. What? I wasn't arguing with anybody. I was being salty. There's a difference. Anyway, if I take the wheelbarrow, it will not be able to do much damage. I mean, we probably could destroy the station with just the wheelbarrow, but it would take like a year. And I'm not particularly enthused about that idea. I need a second destroyer is what I need. But that's not going to happen for a long, long time. Oh. How far is this station away from being done? A long ways from being done, I'm sure. Let's see. Plan build. It doesn't have any guns on it yet. How's my Empire going? Oh, pretty well. Okay, that's 23%. Assuming things go the same as they did last time, the K did not show up until they were working on this third pier. From what I remember from looking at it. At least. So we've got a while. However, there's no real reason to go try to blow stuff up and then immediately try to race back in time to get to a K that we know is coming or is likely coming. How many resources do we still need? How many do we have? We are still dreadfully short on energy cells. Computronic substrate and silicon carbide are both coming in slowly, I think. Silicon carbide, there's no ships bringing any right now, but that's could just be a matter of not enough ships available. Energy cells. Yeah, it could be what's the hold up on getting guns is energy cells. Let's go have a closer look at the station itself. Oh wait, we do have some guns on it. Okay, it just doesn't have the full amount yet. And obviously not nearly enough.
Docking flipped. Docking
I
aborted.
don't want to dock, damn it. I want to have a closer look at this to see how many guns it does have. Okay, so it does have the full complement of big guns on the bottom. What's it short on? It's got mediums, it's got large. Oh, I wonder. It doesn't have any shields. Okay. So it does have the full complement of guns, actually. Or close to it. Yeah, it has a full complement of guns. It just doesn't have the shields yet. Okay. That's a problem.
Defense platform.
But the shields are being built, so
Asteroid.
it just needs more energy cells, that's all. Well, how are we coming on energy cells? Here at the first steps. We are still dreadfully short on energy cells, and not only that, but the consumption per hour number has gone up now to indicate that I'm going to need even more than what I have. That's annoying. That means we need to add another pinwheel. At least. Game. Oh, we don't have enough room to put a third pinwheel on. Okay, so we're just gonna have to add whatever. There we go. Okay. We're just gonna have to add on to these wings. Like this. All the way around. Let me select the... There we go. Hello? Station building? Please? Stop being janky? There we go. This system is... It has its moments. It has its moments. Boom. Confirm changes. We need actually not that many resources at all. Okay, let's see if we can get a builder. Is there one in system? No. No. Okay, I guess. He's several systems away, but it will have to do. He does have a bit of money on hand. We'll give him a little bit more money. No, stop that. Okay. We'll give him like 500,000. That should be enough to at least buy some energy cells. A little bit of energy cell purchasing. Computronic substrates and silicon carbide can be provided locally. We have plenty of the Computronic substrate anyway. Yeah, silicon carbide's fine. Okay, good. Okay, hopefully that will be enough energy cells.
Get out of here. Not good enough.
Quasar, Vanguard.
Wasn't your
Well,
Quasar, Vanguard.
the Argon need to learn that this is not a place they can safely fly through, I guess. Alrighty, so now we wait. What I really should do,
Defense platform.
yeah, we need to get... Problem is, this thing is going to be hideously vulnerable for a long time, and it might not even stop being vulnerable after it's fully finished. I don't know if this design can stand up to a K. Because I'm used to my defensive stations having literally well over 100 plasma turrets and just snowing a K under the second it appears. I don't think these turrets are going to be strong enough to actually do that. Seems to be working pretty well against fighters.
S.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. Because if this doesn't
Docking granted.
stand up to
Docking
Ks on its
aborted.
own, I don't know what I'm going to do exactly. But it's probably going to have to involve a whole lot more guns. And the Terran guns kind of suck for range. They don't really outrange the Xenon at all. So you'd have to wait for the Xenon to get it within range. And the Xeon has much fewer guns he'd have to get in range to succeed compared to me, who'd have to get a lot of guns within range. We probably should build it taller. Well, we'll have to see when it's finished how it handles a K. Let it tie one on alone at least once. Make sure it can come through unscathed, or more or less unscathed. And if that doesn't happen, we're just going to have to keep tacking guns on it until it can. Whether that ever happens or not is, yeah. There's nothing more and bigger guns can't solve. Well, the problem is I can't get bigger guns. So I guess we just need more. Okay, so the second bridge is done. But it doesn't have any guns on it yet. This one has its shields and everything. Okay, good deal.
Defense platform.
So the first bridge is finished. It does not have shields for the medium turrets. They don't have medium shields yet. But the first bridge can defend itself, sort of. Yeah. Alright, so let's go park this thing in an asteroid belt.
Asteroid.
Out here should do the trick. Spin it around so it's facing back the way we're more likely to want to go. And then we will grab
Sin.
the Swan Song and we'll take that in close and get ready for any future problems. The Sin, aka the Swan Song, this ship here, has about the same level of armament as one of those bridge pieces on the station. So, yeah, I wasn't terribly impressed by the turret performance against a K. The few times I got close enough, the turrets could fire back. But we will see. One problem is the station
Defense
itself
platform.
doesn't have any shields. The shields only apply to the turrets. And while the turrets do have heavier shields than the turrets on a destroyer. Yeah. Okay, we do have some guns installed in the bar bridge. Okay, what's... Oh shit, there is the K. Well, it's a good thing we're arriving, I guess. Okay, you can see the guns on the station are firing at the K. They're doing, like, no damage.
K. Explosion imminent.
There goes part of the station. Hello, Mendit Man. We're getting our asses kicked currently. He's destroying our station in like seconds. Please don't blow the station up. Stop shooting the station, please. Yeah, the station, those pieces do not survive more than just like a second.
Explosion imminent.
That's another piece of the station going. There's only like one piece of it left. Please don't blow the whole thing up. I need it alive. He is definitely within my
Found
range.
something out here.
Okay, the station might survive with massive missing pieces. Is he still shooting that station? Please tell me he isn't. Okay, let's try to hit the engines now to stop him from getting within actual range of us.
Explosion imminent.
Okay, I'm not sure what was just blowing up, but... yeah. Okay, the station's gonna survive, I think. I need to let the guns cool instead of just... well, there goes the construction ship. That sucks.
Explosion imminent.
Okay, now how much of the station is left and how much is gone?
Danger.
It's survived by one flippin' bridge piece.
Defense platform.
Okay. Well, I guess now we need to rehire a new builder. And quickly. Okay. I guess. If that's her choice, that's her choice. Please hurry.
P.
Oh, we better get over and take out that P before he takes out the
Defense
station.
platform.
It's at 16% haul right now.
P.
Yeah, stop blowing holes in my station, exactly.
Defense platform.
15%, he's taking
P.
1% off our station already. Listen here, you little bastard. I don't know if we're gonna be able to build this damn thing. We might have to go back to the previous save again. And go take the fight to the K in the next system or something. Because losing that construction ship was devastating.
N.
Stop shooting the flippin' station. Okay, the station does have a few guns on it still.
M.
Okay, I guess we're gonna be stuck right here playing defensive for who knows how long. Because we certainly can't move. Okay, please tell me there's no Ks in their side of this. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All the fighters in the world are arriving. Please attack me, attack me. The station is boring. Please attack me. Yeah, we absolutely cannot afford to lose this stupid station because it will take a year to rebuild the damn thing.
P.
I'm going to leave this thing right here. And I'm going to go teleport to the wheelbarrow. And I'm going to do my best to keep... Okay, here. Get out of that seat right now. We have a P attacking the station.
P.
Okay, you, buddy. You need to go. If we lose this station, we gotta go reload. Because it takes a year for the stupid thing to decay. And we can't start construction until then. And we lose all the resources we put into it.
N.
And we are greatly already down on...
N.
Oh, there's an autosave. And we're already down considerably on the laser towers we placed, so we'd have to go buy another set of laser towers and deploy more. Which I should probably take this ship and do right now anyway. Just get a whole bunch of Mark 1s and just spew them all over the place. Just to draw fire if nothing else.
M.
Okay, we got a Baldric under attack. That's really bad. Because we don't have many of those, so we'd have to buy more. Our shields are gone. That's bad.
All damaged.
Please stop shooting me. There we go. Apparently the sweet spot is over here for this size of ship.
N.
Okay, how many of these little
Thanks for your help.
assholes do we have in our tail? Okay. We lost our shields again. Because I didn't wait long enough for them to recharge properly.
N.
Not that I really feel like I can do that, but anyway. No, no, don't hit me. Stop it. Okay, fine.
Something hit us.
That means the Dwylo Swan Song is actually taking damage. Okay, the Baldric has been lost. We are going to blow up soon if we don't
Hull critic.
get really lucky.
Thanks for your help.
Okay. We got a repair tick right there, and we got some shields back. Yeah, my high hopes for going to blow up the CAC station today is definitely not going to happen. I'm too busy to go be able to check on how the Swan Song is doing. Okay, Swan Song. First of all,
Laser tower. Defense platform.
8% hull. Okay, we've lost like half of what
M.
what hull it had remaining. Is that a freaking K? That's a freaking K. Shit.
K. Asteroid.
Where even is the swan song? Pinwheel was destroyed. Okay. Back in time we go. We're going back to the start of the stream save, to be clear. This is a problem. We are going to need to send the wheelbarrow off on its own. 1 second calm, 1 minute later, we've almost lost all our resource ships, people, and money. Oh no. Yeah, not quite that bad, but everything that was close to that station is getting wrecked. So, we need to send the wheelbarrow off. Actually, we have like 10 minutes before all this goes down, almost. I think we can take the swan song and pick up laser towers in this system. And at a minimum, we can do it with the wheelbarrow. I think we'll do it with the wheelbarrow first. We'll send the swan song, order him to pick some up, and order him to fly back over there. And then we'll take the wheelbarrow and do the same thing. Then we will deploy the wheelbarrow's load of Mark 1s. And then if we still have time, we'll deploy the swan song's load of Mark 2s. And that'll give us something to handle the fighters. The Ks, hopefully we get all the laser towers out in time. Yeah, we'll see. But if laser towers can keep the fighters down, then we just have to stay there with the destroyer and handle the Ks, which we can do. Painfully, but I think we can do. Yeah, we'll see. So we start in the wheelbarrow. We will order the swan song to go pick up Arc 2 laser towers. Probably at least 100 of them. Okay, swan song. I have orders for you. And those orders are to go to the equipment dock right here. And buy... Well, sell all your missiles, because we don't need those. That's a lot of random crappy missiles. And then buy a very large amount of Laser Tower Mark IIs. Let's say 100 of them for now. Okay, good. We do have the resources available for that. Add to shopping list, confirm order. And then when you're done with that, fly over here. And now we leave and go do the same thing. But we buy Mark 1s instead of Mark 2s because we're plebs and can't carry the Mark 2s.
Equipment dock.
Then we'll deploy the Mark 1s all over the place. The good thing about the Mark 1s is you can kick them out of the ship pretty much as fast as possible, so we can just lay a really thick line right in front of the, what do you want to call it? Just lay a really thick line right in front of the gate. For about half of them, and then we can lay down another a line right across the top of the station, probably. To catch the stragglers and make it through.
Docking granted.
Alright. And
Successfully docked.
upgrade. Buy consumables.
It's an honor
Sell a
to
bunch
have
of
you
missiles that
aboard.
we just got from who knows where. I mean, obviously they were droppable stuff, but we're gonna sell all but 10 of our advanced satellites. We're gonna sell all of our nav beacons, all of our resource probes, and buy 90 laser towers. Ouch. There goes all my money. Well, not quite, but it feels like it.
Requesting permission
Okay.
to dock.
Docking permission
So we'll drop like 30 or 40 right in front of the gate. And then a few more farther back from that. Okay, and hopefully by the time we're done dropping these, the Swan Song will be back with its full load and we can go ahead and start dropping those.
Jump gate. Family. Newt.
That's the wrong gate. It was like, where's the station? Here's the right gate.
Something hit us.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Mineral Miner. Just
Confirmed.
run for it. Like you should have done right from the get-go. There's nothing I can do to help you. I have much bigger things to protect right now. Also, I need to remember to go... Okay, that's a bit closer than I don't want to go through. I don't want to go through. I don't want to go through.
Danger. Hazardous
Okay.
re-entering system.
Well.
Arcus Cascade.
Here we are.
Entering
Okay.
system. Family. Zin.
I want to go ahead and place my laser towers right across here. Okay, so let's pull back some. Actually, wait, I got a better idea. Let's go sit on top of the gate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to point out across it like this. Down the middle. And I'm going to go ahead at about 100 meters a second, roughly. And then formation, loadout, laser tower mark 1. And we'll just spam deploy. Remember correctly, these deploy instantly. So we're actually going to want to pause periodically so we don't just spit them all out. Because I do want some to be back here farther. Okay, we'll save the last 30 until we're over top of this section. Yeah, that's a lot of laser towers. We might go for a second trip. Okay, we'll start spamming the rest through here. And boom, we're out of laser towers. Just like that. Okay, where's the Swan Song? Just about here. Okay. Boom. Kill drive. Get out of seat. And we'll teleport to the Swan Song. At the same time... Here.
Hello.
Same time,
Awaiting
we
order.
will select the wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. You go pick up more laser towers. Because we're going to need them eventually. Okay, good deal. Swan Song, remove orders. And let's go deploy our laser towers in front of the gate. As fast as we can.
Jump gate. Arcus Cascade.
Okay. We're going to want to do the same basic thing as we did last time. Namely, strafe sideways. So that they rise up and then sail off to either side instead of coming back and thunking us in the tower. Should work out fairly well, question mark. And kill the drive here. Okay, get us to the point that I want us to be. Right about here. And we'll just go ahead and order them to deploy all 100 right away. That's a lot of deploying. But... oops, I misclicked. Okay. What?
Incoming missile.
Uh-oh. We accidentally hit the split elephant. That's gonna be a problem. There's no way to tell it. Damn it. Somebody accidentally shot the split elephant. The split elephant is now pissed. There is no way to tell the ship, hey, cool it, dude. Calm down. There was an X3. There isn't here. So, that is our construction ship. We don't have time. I mean, we do have time. Basically, it's too slow to get away. It's going to be blown up. It's going to cause a massive problem because meantime it's going to be shooting apparently missiles at everything around it. That is the most spectacular piece of bad luck I think I've seen yet. Oh boy.
Incoming missile.
Is there even anything I can do about this at all?
Danger.
I'm not talking to you.
Yes, I figured. There's no way to order all my laser towers to knock it off, and please don't attack that thing.
Danger.
Okay. Back we go. Man, that sucks. It was a good plan, too. I need to check the encyclopedia and see how much the Mark 1s do versus the Mark 2s. Because it might actually be a good idea to completely ignore Mark 2s and just buy large quantities of Mark 1s. Just keep playing them out in streaks like that. If the Mark 2s aren't at least... well, let's see. If the Mark 1s are at least half the damage of a Mark 2, it's probably worth it just to keep playing Mark 1s because it's so much faster. But anyway, I can't believe that happened there. Man, it's annoying. And the worst part is that it was an AI thing, and there's no real way to prevent it. Except just that not have it happen. Yeah. I'm not sure why they don't... I mean, X3, you could calm a vessel and say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you. And then they would calm down, usually. In this, no chance. There should at least be a way to right-click on a vessel and say, hey, stop shooting this thing. Order your troops to ignore it, basically. Which I don't remember if X3 had something like that or not. I mean, there's a way to mark things hostile, but there's no way to apparently mark them not hostile. It's kind of strange. I wonder if there's a mod that fixes that. I should check. I'm going to check the encyclopedia too to see what the Mark 1 versus Mark 2 laser tower do. I just had a thought that Mark 2s might not be a good idea. Encyclopedia. Equipment. Laser towers. Mark 1. It doesn't say how much damage they do, just how much hull strength they have. You know, That might be important information, game. We'll try just with Mark 1s, because they're so much easier to lay down. We can buy so many more of them. We'll just keep making trips until the first case shows up. Oh, well.
Split equipment dock.
That is very annoying, if I must say so myself. Also, this thing doesn't stop for nothing.
Docking granted.
Docking granted. Bonk. I kind of wish you could turn off the automatic docking like that, but maybe I should buy Mark IIs. It's just
Successfully docked.
really unfortunate that you can't tell how much damage they do. I suppose I could probably go look it up somewhere.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
I'm sure there's a wiki somewhere that has data mined values for everything. I don't even know if they'd have to be data mined. You could probably just unpack the data files and look. But anyway, I can tell already today is going to be a salty Milo day. Okay, so we want to leave that way, toward that gate. Yeah, I can see the station. Okay. We're going to want to lay the first 100 in a thick stripe just above the build storage. Or maybe just in front of and above the build storage. The second one we're going to want to lay in a thick stripe just below the build storage. And then we'll do a thick stripe across the back of the station. This thing doesn't slow down for nothing. Okay, so we'll lay the first stripe. Right about through here. Except we want to be more to this side before we start. So about here. Going to take a second to get everything lined up. Go about that fast. And about like this. Nice thick line. Okay. I think this is about the right speed. Obviously none of these lines are going to quite line up with each other, but... Okay, and just quickly dump the last few in the end, and we're done. Okay, they don't actually drop out at quite instantly, but close enough. Alright, let's go back and get some more. Hello, Bo. You arrive fairly close to the beginning of the 4th? Or is it only the 3rd attempt at today's X4? I think it might be the 4th. Because we have Ks coming.
Docking granted.
And they have our number. And together with the Ks that are coming is an absolutely massive number of fighters. All right, and let's
Successfully
buy
docked.
another set of laser towers.
It's an honor to have
This
you
is going to
aboard.
cost a lot of money. I hope you guys have enough materials to buy a few hundred more of these. Or to sell me a few hundred more of these. Is that a bolo just sitting there?
Bolo. Mineral.
What are you doing? Oh, he's having trouble escaping. Oh. I don't think I completely fixed the problems with that mod introduced. Actually, I don't know if the mod introduced all those problems. But I don't know if I fixed them at all, actually. I have watched ships dock multiple times successfully while I'm sitting right there, but who knows what that actually means. Alright, let's go put a lower line on. Having a bad day? Oh, it's certainly not a very successful day. The problem is that a K shows up and destroys most of the station. Actually, pretty soon now. I should be getting ready to handle that. And then another K shows up. And he also destroys a big chunk of the station. Or he would like to. And if I manage to take him out without him actually destroying the station, following on his tail is a very large group of fighters. And they quite happily finish the job. Okay, so here's the second line of laser towers. Which should be ending right about there. Yep, okay, good deal. So these don't quite deploy instantly, but they do deploy fairly quickly. So we have two more or less parallel lines of laser towers running through the area. Let's go add a third one. Actually, wait a second. How close are we on this? Because usually the first K doesn't arrive until this is finished. And we're working on the third piece. Okay, can I see the K on the other side of the... Okay, no K has shown up yet. That just means he's on his way. So, back to the equipment dock to see if we can buy another chain of laser towers. These we'll place behind the station. Protect against Ps.
We were hit.
Don't care. Handle it yourself. I can't help you.
Split equipment dock.
I mean, I do care, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're on a very strict clock here. Very, very strict clock. And if I can't get anti-fighter defenses in place and then get aboard the... Oh, okay, there we go.
Docking granted.
And then get aboard the destroyer. He's having docking issues. Oh, I thought I had that mod
Successfully
fixed.
docked.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Go ahead and buy more laser towers. Maybe I should try buying some mines too. Buy a whole bunch of friend foe mines and just cover the area in front of the gate. That would help against the Ks maybe. Okay, we have an autosave. go lay this line behind the station. And then, depending on how far along the station is, we should probably get in the destroyer and get ready. And the first time, okay, we definitely need to stop screwing around and get in that destroyer. Because there's a K gonna be here soon, I guarantee it. Alright. Go ahead, laser tower, spam deploy. Since they don't all pop out instantly, we can get a nice thick line this way by varying our speed and oh, there's a P. Okay, that's not a problem yet, but I guarantee it's a precursor of things to come. Okay, so the Mark 1s at least are doing work. And quite a lot of work. Well, considering that there's... oh... it would be 270 of them now. Okay, let's get this thing off into a safe place. The K's almost here, I can feel it. Okay. Get over to the gate. And let's hope this works. Look at all the pretty lights. Okay. Kill the drive. Turn on the suck. That's a lot of loot. That's a lot of loot. A lot of loot. Okay. Well. It doesn't look like the Xenon are having much success getting in here right now. There's a K. That's probably going to be our first problem child. Okay, we want to get above this whole mess so that A, we can lure any P's up, or any K's up to come after us, and preferably away from the squishy bits, like say the station or the construction ship. Okay, the first attempt, I was like, okay, today we're going to go destroy the CAC station. Let's go. It ended very poorly. Because while we were off destroying the CAC station, a K rolled in and destroyed our station. And that's unacceptable because A, I need a station right there, and B, it takes forever and a day for a station to deteriorate. The station wreck to go away, basically. I don't have time to wait for that. So we reloaded. And on the second attempt, we destroyed that K fairly handily. And then Or no, we didn't destroy that K that time, I don't think. I don't remember. I'd have to go watch the VOD back, to be honest. Anyway, bad things happened. K destroyed too much. I think the K destroyed the station before we could destroy it or something. So, that was bad. And so we reloaded. And on the next attempt, I think, was that the 2K's attempt? Oh wait, there's a K, there's a K, there's a K, there's a K. Yep, we know about that K. He's the K that's probably going to come through soon. Anyway, we, at least once we destroyed the first K, and then a second K showed up, and that wrecked us. Or did we wreck it as well? I think we wrecked it as well. But then a whole bunch of fighters came through. And in the last attempt, something somehow shot the construction vessel and pissed it off. And so suddenly we had a very unhappy construction vessel shooting at us. And it was like, well, what are we going to do here? We can't make it stop. Except by destroying it. And I really, really don't want to destroy a friendly construction vessel, so back we went. That was the first attempt at laying laser towers. Is that K far enough away that I feel comfortable laying another line of laser towers? He doesn't seem to be interested in us at the moment. Actually. Is he on his way now? I wonder if what we've been destroying has been his escort. And now he's finally thinking about coming after us since whatever he was destroying over here is gone. Yeah, I don't know. What I do know is I don't think I'm going to chance leaving to pick up laser towers, even though we could just teleport right back instantly, I guess. No. I want to be here to fire on it the very second it pops out through the gate. That's a lot of laser towers. Makes me happy. Also, that's a lot of ships. Oh yeah, the K's coming through real soon now. Get ready. That's a lot of loot. That's so much loot, it's a little ridiculous. Turns out my Mark 1 laser towers in vast numbers, actually not too bad. They're doing better than the Mark 2s did. Although admittedly we did deploy 3 times as many of them, almost. We deployed, it wasn't quite 100. It was like 92 or something.
Jump gate. Arcus Cascade.
Okay, what are you doing, dude?
Defense platform.
Got a lot more fighters showing up. Gonna have a quick look at the station here. How far along is it I'm building? Damn it, I can't tell. Think it's working on the 3rd bridge? Yeah. Okay, it's still working on the 3rd bridge. Maybe this time will turn out differently than all the previous attempts? I'm not sure on the exact timing of when the K comes through every other time, but it was pretty consistent. It's usually sometime while the station is working on the 3rd bridge. So in theory, any minute now. Wait, where'd he go? Where K? Well, he's not here. He must have buggered off. That's interesting. Maybe he realized that his course was going to end in bad things, and he left. Or maybe it's a different K that comes through. But clearly this is not working out exactly the same as it has every other time. Maybe the laser towers made a difference. What resource are we short on? Energy cells? Man, we need so many of those things. Oh, that reminds me. While I'm sitting here waiting for stuff to happen, we need to add more energy cells to this station. It just simply does not have enough. Apparently, unless this place is low solar, which I didn't think it was. Apparently it just takes more energy cells than the station calculator said it did, because the station calculator said this could run off 6 solar panels, and that very clearly is not true. Firm changes.
Permission to dock.
Find a builder.
Docking permission granted.
Okay. Sure. All right. Now, is there another K coming? No, I don't see him. Maybe all of our mighty laser towers scared the K off. Because every other time, the K has come through at least by now or before. Well, what do? Do I leave and take the wheelbarrow and lay down even more laser towers? Or do I stay here and hope we don't have to, or hope our presence here scares any Ks off or whatever? I mean, I'm sure it doesn't work that way, but... yeah. I don't know. I really need to put more satellites in the system so I can see what's going on. That's probably not worth it, though. That's a lot of laser towers. Mark 1s, but still. Can we actually see... aha! Sustained weapon output, 88 megawatts. Sustained weapon output, 47 megawatts. Okay. The Mark 1s are so much easier to place. They have about 1/5 of the health, but they do about half the damage. So I'm actually going to go out. I'm actually going to say that because of how much easier they are to place, Mark 1s are the way to go. As long as you kill whatever it is with overwhelming firepower before it can start shooting your laser towers. Health, the 5 times more health doesn't really matter that much. And the half damage, you can drop them so much faster. They're just, yeah. They're the better option. I suppose if time was no object, then Mark 2s would be a better option. But also Mark 2s are way harder to lay, so it takes way longer. how are we doing on... Okay, we still don't have energy cells. A Baldric is going to be here with Coppertronics soon. Wait, I thought we had 2 freighters bringing in a vast amount of energy cells. Did we use them all up that quickly? Maybe we did. Because most of those energy cells are going to go into turrets. We have 2, well, turrets and shields. So I don't know if we have... Can we even see from here? Okay, we can see that we have guns. Okay, yeah, we do have shields on this one. At least some. Okay. What is missing off it then? Probably just needs the last couple shields or something. Anyway. At least we're handling the fighter problem fairly effectively with these laser turrets. Or, not laser turrets, but laser towers. Okay, there's another K. Now maybe this is the second K that came through and wrecked us? Well, he didn't wreck us. We wrecked him. Oh, there's a K. And he's definitely headed our way. Yep. Get ready. Let's get ready to kill a K. Please, K, come for me. Ignore the Pinwheel of Doom. He's going to destroy a large chunk of the Pinwheel of Doom. If the past is any indicator of the future, anyway. Is he even shooting the Pinwheel? It's hard to tell from here. It is under attack, so he's at least trying to. Okay, how far away are we from this thing? Not far enough, clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, full reverse. Let the guns cool. He is being shot by the station pretty vigorously. He has not destroyed any piece of the station yet, so that's a good sign. That's a very good sign, actually. And boom.
Explosion imminent.
Okay, we didn't lose a single piece of the station.
Defense platform.
Heck yeah. The question is, I can't really tell how much he did to any particular piece of the station. Okay, so we want to be a little bit closer. Now, are we going to see a second K? This is actually going really well this time. The pre-positioning, the the crazy number of laser towers.
Thanks
Are
for your
all
help.
definitely contributing factors. Look at all those lasers. I better save the game here. So far, nothing has gone wrong. And plenty has gone right. I really need to look at the map. Okay, we've got another K sitting right here. Come on, dude, come through. I would feel much better if you'd come through and I could blow you up. We're definitely swatting the persistent swarm of fighters coming through. So that makes me happy. Okay, he's leaving. Alright. How are we actually doing on resources?
Permission granted.
Is there any way to view the health of a piece like this? Well, for one thing, we need to get some repair drones. We'll buy like 10 of those. How many energy cells is that going to cost us? Sure, we'll buy 20. We're going to need a lot of repair drones. We'll probably want to buy more later after he's actually constructed. 10,000? Okay. I guess. We'll give you 500,000. Hopefully that's enough to buy what you need. More of a long-term goal than anything, to be honest. But anyway. We're getting a lot of loot here. Just sitting here and collecting the loot is pretty boring, but it's definitely paying off big time. Okay, so we did already order this all done. The Computronic substrates are being delivered. Silicon carbide will be delivered soon. Did I give him money to buy? Yeah, I gave him a little bit of money. Should be able to buy energy cells. We're stocked up on everything that isn't energy cells. I wonder if I should shut some of this stuff off. Okay. How much metallic microlattice do we have? 35,000. How much silicon carbide do we have? 3,000. How much do we need to complete everything is a question. Computronic substrate we definitely need to keep producing. We're short on Computronic substrate and silicon carbide. We have enough metallic microlattice. Metallic microlattice is used to make silicon carbide though, so... Do I dare shut metallic microlattice production down? Will that even give me enough energy cells to make it energy cell positive? Is the real question. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Worst case, we just have to turn it back on again. Because we're definitely producing more metallic microlattice than we need. So let's pause production. Okay, this uses 2,000 energy cells an hour. This uses 48,000 energy cells per hour. And this uses 4,000. Okay, so it's just a drop in the bucket. It's not going to make up the difference. We really need to finish the Computronic substrate. How much more do we need? I think it's thousands. There's no way we have enough of that. Okay, 3,000 silicon carbide. How much silicon carbide do we need? Silicon carbide, we need another 1,000. I think we can safely shut silicon carbide production down for now. That's a big ship coming through. Shit, he's below the station.
K.
Okay, we're definitely in range. This explosion's gonna damage the station, I guarantee it. On the plus side, all the station guns can shoot him. That... Okay, I do actually have high hopes for the stations being able to handle Ks on their own. Because of how much damage they're doing to them, with only a little bit of help from me. And they're only a tiny bit completed. Okay, we need to wait for the guns to cool. I think he's turning up to try to get me. That's fine. He can do that. Okay. Stop shooting at my build storage. Or at least, you know, please don't do that. Okay, I think we're good. Station's shooting it pretty vigorously. His guns are all pointed away from the station pretty much. My guns are overheating big time. I totally did not expect this guy to come through. Hopefully his explosion doesn't damage the station too much.
Explosion imminent.
I didn't even get a warning the station's under attack for that one. Okay, it did some damage to the shields.
Defense
It did wipe
platform.
out the medium turrets here, but that's because the medium turrets don't have any shields yet. And yes, that sucks. But there's really nothing I can do about it. I mean, except for flying all the way to Terran space and buying medium shields that I could actually afford at this point. Okay. Wow, we are getting a bunch of K-Hawks in the area that...
Thanks for your help.
Not sure if they're a good or bad thing to have around. We would get paid for that as well. 600,000 for destroying a K. Okay, are there more Ks coming? Not on radar. Okay. Good. What are you? CAC. I would love to go deal with you, but I can't. Bastards. It looks like today's stream is going to be us sitting guard. Except for the more disastrous earlier parts of it. Because, yeah. That's a lot of energy cells we need. If our station wasn't producing anything at all, we could produce those in a whole hour. Okay, let's see. We can shut down Computronic substrate production. No, it wasn't Computronic substrate. That's the one we need running. We can shut down silicon carbide production. There we go. So that will save us at least a little tiny bit. They're ordered to only sell to us, so they won't be used for anything except... Okay, we're still using 48,000 energy cells per hour, which is exactly how many we're producing. Efficiency is 100%. Oh, I wonder if that calculation of only 6 of these was with workforce. But that doesn't make any sense because workforce doesn't help that much. We have 16. It said we needed 6. Anyway. Plan build. We have the Computronic substrate locally. We just need some silicon carbide and some energy cells. One problem is we don't have enough freighters moving stuff around. Although that's not really that big of a problem with how few energy cells we have available. Did we lose a big chunk of those laser towers when that K blew up? It looks like it. I should probably grab more and go deploy in a second line. Is there another K coming? Doesn't look like it. Dare I go grab more laser towers? Dare I not? Let's go grab another line. Let's go grab another batch of laser towers and lay another line across the back of the station.
Katana.
Out of my seat, please. We need to go this way. Think.
Split
Ah.
equipment dock.
It's hiding behind an asteroid, that's why. Okay. I'm going to be so relieved when the station's finally built. assuming that it can handle a K on its own, which I am now actually feeling slightly optimistic about compared to how I was feeling earlier.
Identifying criminal vessels. Please assist in pursuit.
We're taking hits.
I can't do anything to help you. Not effectively.
Affirmative.
Okay. Anyway, it's going to be such a relief when that station's done. I think it should be able to handle a K under most circumstances. Just the one bridge
Successfully
of guns
done.
was actually doing a pretty good job. Sort of.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Laser Tower Mark 1. Full load. So yeah. Cautiously optimistic.
Requesting immediate backup.
And even if it can't handle a K without any damage, or without substantial damage, it should at least be able to fight a few off, and then I can always upgrade it to make it more powerful. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is, yes, this is the right direction. On a completely different, but happier note, Raft apparently received its final 1.0 update, like just a couple days ago. It includes some very useful stuff. I'm pretty excited about that, actually. It should definitely improve some things about the Raft that Af and I have going that I don't necessarily like about it. Little annoyances like all the support pillars inside these second and third floor rooms. Well, I guess even the ground floor room has a bunch of support pillars.
Sin.
Oh, I was like, what in the world is that thing? It's my ship. That's what it is. Okay, let's deploy this layer through here. We need to back up a bunch. And then killer drive. Let's go forward at about 130 or so. Well, 150 will do. No, don't select an asteroid. Laser Tower Mark 1 and spam deploy. Anyway. So definitely the next time we get around to playing that, I'm going to be redesigning some things. Putting in some new horizontal pillar pieces and then tearing out a bunch of vertical supports. That should make the whole thing much more open inside. We can get rid of some weird hacks like the hole in the floor over top of the dining room table. A few other weird bits like that. And we've got the line laid. The two aren't at the same height at all, but they do cover the area pretty well. Which I didn't really intend for them to be at the same height, so I guess that's fine. Yeah. You can definitely tell the game is chugging a little bit. I should turn on my FPS display so I can see just how much it's chugging. Let's see. FPS is 20. I don't think the game likes this many laser towers, just saying. Oh yeah, it's very slideshow. Laser towers more deadly than K's. Okay, let's go park this thing and get back into the destroyer. Oh, bad FPS is painful. The game loves having all those laser towers, your graphics card not so much. I don't think it's the graphics card's problem is the thing. The GPU is only loaded to about 60% or so. And that is with decoding one copy of my stream over there and another smaller copy over there. It is only running CPU to 15%, but that's a lie. Or at least it's very misleading. It's probably running at least one core of the poor CPU to max. Okay, let's tip down. And we probably better not deploy any more laser towers, lest the performance get even worse. Yeah, the graphics card doesn't really get strained by this game most of the time. Nor does my CPU in an absolute sense. It's just that unfortunately, this game doesn't make use of all that my CPU has to offer. Okay. No energy cells coming in. You do have money for them, right? 700,000? We'll give you like $1 million. It's probably more than what we would need, but I should just go ahead and buy a large freighter, load it with energy cells and tear in space and fly it up here. How much would a large freighter in cheap condition cost me? Size large. Okinawa. We'll go with high preset and we'll pare it down from there. Okay, Mark 1 shields right away, just straight off the bat. Mark 1 thrusters. Mark 1 shields. Mark 1 shields. Mark 1 shields. I know this hurts me as much as it hurts you, but they're much cheaper. Okay. Pulse turrets across the board. Software, no docking computer. Basic scanner. No flares. 5 cargo drones. 2 repair drones. We'll up the cargo drones to 8. Crew, no Marines. All service crew. That cost me 9.5 million. Okay. Service crew are not an appreciable part of that expense. And we really, I don't quite dare pairing anything back to like no shields or anything. Oh wait, there's 2 large shields. Okay, that gives me 7.9 million, so we could have actually afford this. This is going to be painful, but we're going to do it. We're going to... Oh, wait, they don't have enough metallic microlattice. Okay. We're not buying it here. We're going to go see if PIO has it cheaper. Which I should have checked before I even thought about buying it. But anyway, Okinawa with the chicken freighter preset will cost us 6.8. Okay, that's much better price. CPU usually runs at 1 core 100%. All the rest around 15. Better multi-core support would be a nice improvement for games with lots of things on screen. Particularly in this game, they could do a lot of... They could split the universe into sectors and just update each sector individually keeping track of ships that are going to jump to another sector and doing them in a separate pass at the end, or handling the jump action as sort of between updates kind of thing. And then boom, very easy multi-core simulation support. It wouldn't help that much, but at least you could run all the local stuff on one core and all the non-local stuff on, you know, like 2 cores or something. That would probably help a good bit. I'm gonna buy this thing. Just a reminder to everybody, ships are available for naming. Although they have to be named your name, possessive form of your name, and then whatever the ship's name is. Which is why we have a Bose Newt around here somewhere. Bo is crazy. This particular ship that I'm flying right now is not available for naming because it is our only capital ship. And eventually when I have more than one, the capital ships will be available to name. But freighters and miners are available for naming. You know, the way this game is designed, it really wouldn't be that hard to make it multi-core. It would be harder than doing it single core. You'd have to probably run some stuff in... you'd have to be very careful how you split up into passes. You could... Oh, I'm not entirely sure what ordering the game uses to handle its current updates, so I can't talk too loudly about how exactly I would split it up. But you would have to do... like, economy updates would probably have to be done before you decide to do shipping. I mean, by economy updates, I mean deciding what the prices of things should be if handling station production, stuff like that. Because that is going to require... ships are going to plan routes that are going to require multiple jumps. So you'd want to have your prices for this tick set before you start doing ship updates. So you would go through the whole universe. This would be very easy to do multi-core, by the way. Go through the whole universe and update the stations. Now, ideally, you would run the stations ahead of the ships by 1 tick. So you could be updating the stations at the same time as everything else is going. And the ship simulation stage doesn't get fresh information. It gets its fresh information. It gets its information a frame late, basically. So you run update all the stations for the next tick. Station damage would have to be handled along with ships. But station production and figuring out prices could be handled on their own. So you run that in a thread by itself. It's fine. At the end of the frame, the data is copied over and you're done. Well, you don't actually copy the data. You just have a shared buffer that you can... you'd basically double buffer it and you'd flip a buffer back and forth. Then for the ships themselves, you would want to have ships planning their routes. Probably run that a frame late as well. Because ships planning a route, you can plan the route and then they can execute it later. It doesn't necessarily have to be quite as reactive. It's okay if it's a frame or 2 late. Or, you know, a simulation tick or 2 late. It shouldn't cause any problems if it's a little late. So that you can probably run in a separate thread as well. It runs on slightly stale data. But you could run it every tick because, well, you have all the time in the world to do so. You have a whole core to do it on. In worst case, you can just run Well, that would probably have to all run in its own. That'd have to all run in one thread. Because you would need to worry about things like 2 ships trying to go to the same station and buy the same resources. So that'd be a collision. And that would have to be... Yeah. So that's 2 threads of stuff. That isn't necessarily... They can write to a buffer that gets flipped, basically. Or they write to separate buffers that get flipped. And then... The next thing would be ship movement and combat. Or out-of-sector combat. That could be run on a per-sector basis. Because you're never going to be moving or shooting through a jump gate. Basically, you run the outer sector simulation in a group of threads, however many you end up deciding is the best number for, you know, compared to how long it takes and all that kind of stuff. Maybe one thread can handle the whole thing. It depends. You could probably make the outer sector simulation a little bit more detailed and run it on more threads than what you're currently running, you know. Assuming everything is single threaded now, you can make it a little more detailed and run it on a couple threads. In that case, you just, each sector is a little box onto its own and doesn't have to interact with any other sector except through jump gates. And if it takes a ship 1 simulation tick to move through a jump gate, who cares? You just write a list of everybody who's going through a jump gate, and at the end of the frame, when you're gathering the data together, you just do that update as a sort of a this last syncing step. Because you are going to have to sync stuff together at the end of each frame. Handle flipping the buffers and all that kind of stuff. You're going to have a single sync point where everything meets up before you diverge out for the next frame. Ideally, you want to keep that sync point doing as little as possible, but for this purpose, I think you could probably just handle copying ships from, you know, one buffer to another as part of a final step, basically. That should be okay. So for out-of-sector simulation, very easy. Run that as many threads as you need. Very easy to split up. Because you have natural dividing points. In-sector simulation, that is trickier to split up. But they do some of that already, because there is low attention. So stuff you're far away from is not simulated at the same detail as stuff you're right beside. They don't actually simulate it. They simulate it kind of like they do out of sector, but not quite. It's just similar. So maybe you could do something like the low attention areas run in one thread. In sector X4 is only low attention, something like 100 km. Yeah. So you could maybe run low attention in one thread and then the in sector in another thread. Something like that. And then once again, you'd have to do some kind of handoff between the two for things that move across the border. But that could also be done at a tick boundary most of the time. There might be some weird edge cases where stuff gets odd going across the boundary. Took you longer to type than me to say. Well, that's how it is with typing. Yeah, there'd be some weirdness right at the boundary. But if you made the boundary a little bit fuzzy, then it would probably work out fine. And really, I don't know, it might not be needed to do low attention separate from in sector. It could be fine to run that in one thread. It depends on how much load it takes off the main thread by having all of the out of sector stuff done in its own threads. It could take enough pressure off the simulation that you can get good performance in sector for, you know, reasonable bits of insanity. Like, this is a reasonable bit of insanity in my book. a giant mega station, reasonable bit of insanity. A really huge mega station, you can probably, a little bit of performance loss is okay. If you build something truly gigantic and the game doesn't quite run as fast as you want, what do you expect? But taking all of the outer sector stuff, taking all that load off the main thread would help a lot. It wouldn't be trivial, but as far as multi-threading games go, it would be way easier than almost any other game you can think of. Because you have these beautiful, perfect units that are completely separate from each other, except movement through. Anyway, this little essay on multi-threading brought to you by... Oh wow, it's almost 10:30 already. How are we coming on our ship production? Or not ship production, station production. We are still very short on energy cells. We do have a ship bringing in a load. Actually, now that I think about it, instead of talking all this time, I should have been loading our Okinawa with energy cells. Okay, who sells energy cells for cheap? You do? Can you get us a full load? Oh yeah, 42,000. Heck yeah. Ka-ching. When do I start at EagleSoft? Probably never. Well, almost certainly never. I have done some multi-threaded stuff before, but never for an actual game. Let's see. Okay, you fly in here. Oh, wait. We don't have a large dock on this. Ooh. We can't even dock a large ship there. We can, however, dock a large ship here. So I guess we're going to have to do that. And we'll trade with First Steps. And, okay, we can't trade with. We can... Okay, remove this order. Transfer wares with First Steps. And get rid of all of our energy cells. We're going to have to use our small or medium freighters to transship them around the system, but at least we can unload them here. Just ate some of the new Longhorn hot cheese dogs and your mouth is on freaking fire. Well, that tends to happen when you eat spicy food. Tastes really good though, usually. At least I'm a fan of spicy foods, depending how spicy they are, of course. I do have limits. There's spicy, and then there is too spicy. Too spicy is when it just burns your taste buds off and you can't even taste it. But anyway, the problem isn't really the multi-threading. The hard part of it is the writing the simulation in the first place. Multi-threading it, taking that simulation, taking the existing simulation and trying to multi-thread it, that'd probably also be a hard problem because, well, I hate to say this, but it's easier to rewrite it sometimes. Not faster. Easier. Usually rewriting something is actually the wrong solution. But conceptually, it's much easier to figure out how to do it multi-threaded from the get-go than it is to try to take your current single-threaded code and split it up in a way that's multi-threaded. And efficient multi-threaded. Because multi-threading is surprisingly difficult. There's all sorts of fun and exciting things that go wrong. Such as race conditions. Everybody's favorite. Oh, race conditions, we love you so. No, actually we don't. We hate them with a burning passion, because race conditions are evil. Thankfully, at work, most of the time, if I'm even contemplating doing anything multi-threaded, it's probably with Go. And Go has very robust support for writing efficient, safe, multi-threaded code. It's not quite as robust as, say, a functional language or something like that, but it does a very good job of providing the tools and the support you would need to do a good job of it without wanting to tear your hair out. I haven't seen any Ks on radar for a while, so maybe it's safe to leave. That's what they want us to think. Okay, so that freighter is going to take a while to get here. The large freighters is going to be slow. On the plus side, though, it's going to have 40,000 energy cells on it. And that'll be enough. Why isn't the silicon carbide? Do we still have medium freighters here? We still have a Baldric. A single Baldric. Okay. That's not good. We need more of those. Oh, how much money do we have? 1.6 million? I think that I'm going to leave the freighter shortage be a problem for future, Milo. Screw that guy. Yeah, this is not being built. We need silicon carbide. We need energy cells. We have plenty of everything but the energy cells. I wonder if there's a way to set it so that only one of these works. How many Computronic substrates do we have? 1,200? How many Computronic substrates do we still need here? More than 1,200. No, actually. No. We could shut off the Computronic substrate line right now. And I think we would have enough. They just have to all be shipped. I want a little bit of a cushion, though. I'm going to check to see does this need any Computronic substrates? No, it has all it needs ready. Okay. So we could actually shut down the Computronic substrate line and not hurt anything. Oh. Do I want to do that? How far are we away from finishing a cycle? We are... Okay, we don't actually... I don't think we actually quite have enough. Yeah, we do. If I pause production, we'll get 48,000 energy cells per hour. With how bad your mouth hurts, you can only assume it's gonna how it's gonna feel coming out. Wow. That's a problem for future Dread. Okay, we got 2 minutes until this production cycle finishes. I think we'll pause after this cycle. I'm not sure how many it produces per cycle. I wish it showed it somewhere here. But I think we'll pause after this cycle. That should have us enough Computronic substrates to finish everything. Once the energy cell crisis is resolved, which will happen at least as soon as the large freighter arrives. It definitely has ghost peppers and other spices in them, and you're on 3. Well, Guess who made the decision to eat them? I need to get myself some spicy food. I haven't had anything spicy in a while. You know, not too spicy, but spicy. Let's see. Where is... Okay, it's still in Cigaris. It's not going to be here for probably 20 some minutes or more. It's a mistake you won't soon forget. Okay, I think we're going to wait until after this cycle finishes, which we got a minute yet. And then we'll shut off compogenic substrate production. That should increase energy cell production. Hopefully that will result in these energy cells being built. And then we will see. I need to do something about those damn CAC. Do we have any Ks that are coming this way? No. However, it'll take us probably a good 20 or 30 minutes to destroy this station. Don't quite dare to go do it just yet. Once we get the station at least half built, I'll feel a lot more comfortable about leaving. We need the station really badly. Cycle should be done. Okay, it's not quite. 8 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. Okay, how much did they give us? They give us about 100. That's not actually very many per cycle. But how long does it take per cycle? Okay, we got under 30 seconds before we have 400 energy cells in stock. And then this will produce, I'm not sure how many. We're going to see in about 20 seconds though. Meanwhile, okay. We're stocked up on helium, methane's good, hydrogen's good. Okay, gas mining is going really good. Ore and silicon are still a bit low. Once we turn everything back on, ore and silicon are probably going to crater. So we need to remember that we probably should buy like a couple more large miners. And maybe retire all the mediums or something. Okay. So we're producing about 800? Unless there was 2 cycles in that time. 800? Yeah, about 800, I think. Energy cells per cycle. We've got 120 seconds left. We have 1,200 energy cells. We'll confirm that number. Okay. And 10, 9, 8. Wish you could have multiple of these open at once. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, so we got 200 for that cycle. And then we're going to get another 200. Boom. Yeah, okay. So they're producing in 2 slightly staggered cycles, it feels like. Roughly. That or it's more than that. It's hard to tell, I guess. Anyway, we are building up a stock of energy cells. We have 2,000 in stock already. So please, Baldric, on your next trip, haul energy cells. Oops. I don't want to look at this one. I want to look at the other one. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have compogenic substrate coming in. Silicon carbide. We need energy cells big time. Hopefully the Baldric decides to carry those for his next trip. Okay, this bridge is finally finished. It has all the guns, all the shields. We have 2 more bridges that are constructed but not armed. This one is partially armed but not very. It's probably got a couple guns or something. The energy cells is holding everything up. Oh well. Also, I need to check. We need a ton of energy cells for oh, what do you not call it? Repair drones for this place. Yeah, he's not made any drones. He has 20 on order. We need 10,000 energy cells, 600 metallic microlattice, and 80 silicon carbide. Okay, that's not a big deal. The energy cells are the problem. We need to add a pier to this station somewhere. Maybe I should just stick it on the back or something. I don't really want to put it on top or on the bottom because those I might want to build more guns off of. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Anyway. On that note, we did make progress, although we spent pretty much the entirety of the stream worrying about this stupid station. It is 10:42, so it's getting pretty close to 11. Let's go ahead and save the game, and I think I'm going to end it here. And we'll be back tomorrow, which is only Wednesday. It feels much later in the week for some reason. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with probably more babysitting the station. Worrying endlessly about K's. And desperately trying to prevent its destruction. Hopefully it's not too big of a problem. Clearly, my plans of finishing the station several streams ago were very ambitious, shall we say. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow, more X4. I greatly appreciate all you guys stopping by, and I hope to see you all then. And have a great night.